So we go on a date, and then all of a sudden...
Okay, so my first, most awkward date was with this one guy that I met here on campus, and he was pretty cool. I had class with him, and he was in a ska punk band, so I was down to go out on a date with him. And our first date was actually at Farmer Boys, which was conveniently really close to my house. And while we're there, he tells me to scarf down my burger while he goes to the restroom because he's tired of being there pretty much. And after that, we go to his car, and the car locks, and then he looks at me and says, "Now, off to my rape cave." And I was a little scared, but I don't know why I laughed in the moment, but then we go to Jack in the Box after Farmer Boys because he wants more food. He wants to get himself a shake. And then we go to his parents' house afterwards, and they were home, and that was a little awkward because that was the first date and I'd never met his parents. And then immediately after, he takes me into a room with a cat, and that cat has been everywhere, I assume, and I pet the cat, and I'm allergic to cats. And so I was just inebriated for the rest of the date, pretty much. And then he starts telling me about how he snorts coke, and he's not addicted, but he just spent his Christmas money on it, And he also wears skinny jeans, but the girls' skinny jeans. And he was super excited about asking me if he smelled, because apparently he doesn't bathe every day. So when I smell him, he's he doesn't smell bad. I tell him, and he's just "That's because I bathed today." He was super proud of it. And that was my most awkward and weirdest date.
Yeah, so I guess we're talking about the bad date, right? It was this internet dating site. I forgot what it was called. I think it was called Would You Hit This? I said, hey. I was 16, 17. I had a car and everything, and this girl, she liked my pictures, and then we connected on it wasn't Facebook then, it was MySpace. This is before I knew about the angled shots, and everybody knows about the angles. So she was hitting it from all the right spots, and she was looking. I was oh snap, okay, and then so she was trying to holler at me, and I was okay, so we should meet somewhere, and then we did. And she looked nothing like her picture. She was actually 200 pounds heavier than what she looked like. She hit the top of her face, the shoulder line and whatnot. It was bad, man. But I still went on the date, because I'm a good sport, but it's just awkward the whole time. So that's my bad date experience.
Alright. So I went on a bad first date with the guy who was in my English class, and he just simply asked me to go on a dinner movie date. I was really excited, so I was alright, might as well, because he was very smart and very outgoing. So he asked me, can I pick you up around 4? At first I thought it was a little early, but I did it anyways. And so I meant to go meet up with him at his house. But then he ended up asking me, oh, we're going to go step in the back really quick because I don't need to get something done. I didn't think anything of it until I realized there's this barn thing in his backyard, and he made me shovel up animal poop, and he made me feed chickens. I did not expect that because I was dressed really nicely, and the whole time on the date I was shoveling cow manure on our first date. And then he wanted to ask me out afterwards on an actual dinner, but I just left afterwards because I didn't want to do that again.
Well, I went on this bad first date one time with this girl that I met. It was about an hour away from me, right? And I got all dressed up. I got my blazer on, pulled my hair. I was ready to take her to the observatory, and I hit her up an hour before I left, and she said she was down. So I'm around the corner about to get to her house, and she tells me that she's out with her friends. And she told me that she wouldn't be back for another hour. So I'm telling her, alright, that's fine, I'll wait for you. And she kept on telling me another hour, another hour, until it was 10 p.m. already. And yeah, I had to go back home. Needless to say, I never talked to her again.